Hi guys, Skinsfanatic here. Just a quick reminder before we get started on tonight's show that if you haven't already, please go down the bottom and subscribe to my channel. Throw me a few likes. Be much appreciated. All right guys, enjoy the show. Oh yeah, it's that time of the week. Skinsfanatic Live. Put your 2 1s up and raise your cups up. Skinsfanatic's back, serving Panther and Jacks up. Started out here in the TTC. Well, ran for my team. Shout out to the B&G. But hold up, cause rolling in like thunder. It's Skinsfanatic Live from the land down under. Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi. Hit it like it's summer, got the goods here, boy. Welcome. What it do, people? Welcome to the Week 5 show. Skinsfanatic Live here. The Washington football team succumbing to another defeat at the hands of the Baltimore Ravens with a score of 31-17 on Sunday. Very disappointing once again, but at the same time expected. Baltimore are, one of the premier teams of the league, and they will definitely be up there at the end of the season contending for the Lombardi. I'm sure they will. So once again, whilst it was disappointing because actually, we had our chances in that game. Came down to about 4 different plays in that game that ultimately lost us the game. Was the McKissick fumble, the fake punt, the Lamar Jackson 50-yard scramble, and I've forgotten the other one, but those 3 plays costly. What would have the game had been any different without them? Who knows? But turnovers inside your own half always a costly thing to happen to a team that can move the chains. So the football team will fall to 1-3 after that loss, heading into week 5 against the Los Angeles Rams. And the breaking news this last few days, if you have been living under a rock, is that Dwayne Haskins has been not only benched in favor of Kyle Allen, but he has been demoted to 3rd string and will not suit for the game against the Rams. Amazing. We've got Alex Smith backing up Kyle Allen this week. Alex Smith with his burnt sausage leg. God love Alex Smith and everything that he has done in making his way back into football. Let's hope to God that we don't need to rely on him to come in on Sunday and watch him break his leg. Look, the news of Dwayne Haskins benching came to me as shocking, not surprising, and totally out of left field, all in one hit. The football team as we know it, and the culture change that we have been fed to believe that is happening seems to be a little bit of smoke on it. If you've a believer of the fact that Dan Snyder, I mean, he marched in on the room on draft day to take Dwayne Haskins, and and he demanded that we took Dwayne Haskins. And it didn't seem like a bad idea at the time. Um, Dwayne Haskins is a very talented quarterback, second in the voting to the Heisman, behind Kyler Murray. So there's definitely some talent there. Was he taken too high? Did we reach for him? Would he drop to the second round? Who knows? We do know that Ron Rivera at Carolina wasn't too keen on him, apparently. So Rivera's been given the keys to the car by Mr. Snyder, and basically told that he has to give Dwayne Haskins a chance. And we heard the leaks last week that if Haskins doesn't start playing much better, that he's going to explore other options, and that's exactly what's happened. So that's what I mean. Has it not come it doesn't come as a surprise to many. Just a bit shocking that it's happened 4 games into the season. His take on it is that he sees the schedule as Ron Rivera's take on this is that he sees the schedule as one we can now grasp and run with it, with a player who knows the system well, knows Scott Turner's offense well, and he believes that we can run the next 4 games and get on top of that division, this very, very weak NFC East division. And whilst it is there for the taking, we're going to have to see some, vast improvement from the quarterback play. And, Kyle Allen, is he the man? According to a lot of the tweets and the Haskins haters, apparently he is. It's a wait and see situation. And look, I was a advocate of Dwayne Haskins. I support Dwayne Haskins and I support Ron Rivera. I support the Washington football team. So it's next man up. We're going to see Kyle Allen come in, and if he plays his ass out, I'll love him, and I'll be all over it. I'm going to support Kyle Allen through the process and hope that he makes the plays. It's not about favoritism to a quarterback for me. I don't care who is the quarterback as long as the dubs roll in. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just need the dubs, and if Kyle Allen plays well, then excellent. Rivera has made the right move, and we'll see. We'll see on Sunday. Big game against the Los Angeles Rams at FedEx Field. It's an early game. We're going to have R2 Ramu on the show later. We're going to get his thoughts on that. We've got Crazy Brave sitting patiently right here behind the curtain. He's got a little bit of liquor overflow in the cup tonight. Nah, he's all right. So very interesting, to get Crazy's thoughts. We're going to run through some of the games coming up on the schedule, and the Super Brew tipping competition, which is also shaping up to be very interesting. This shall be a very interesting show. The Dwayne Haskins, Kyle Allen debate doesn't end just now in the first 9 minutes. We've got a lot more to talk about. So thanks for sticking around, guys, and hope you're enjoying Skinsfanatic Live through the first month and a half. With that being said, I'm going to bring in Crazy Brave 74 right now. He's got his take on the latest developments from Redskins Park. Crazy Brave, are you there?
Hey guys, and thank you, Skinsfanatic. Another turbulent week for the Washington football team. Let me take this first, take a moment to congratulate everybody out there. Give you a big round of applause for your outstanding efforts in mathematics. Skinsfanatic did touch on the 1-3 record, and if we all go back to basic grade school, we can work out that that is only 4 games into the season. And we have many fans out there now just realising that we are still in the playoff hunt. It's amazing. Um, I can't believe the turnaround of the season. Um, a quarter through the NFL season, and the Washington football team has turned upside down. And we are now in a do or die effort to maintain our chances this season. We are coming up against a hot Los Angeles Rams team, and a victory is almost paramount this weekend. To fall 1-4 will be devastating with this, you know, with the amount of confidence that this team has behind them at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, we don't know where this season is headed right now. It's on cliff's edge. Are we gonna, if we can beat the Rams, sure, we can beat the Giants. The Cowboys, well, we know that their defense is paper thin. So if Kyle Allen's got the offense moving in the last 2 games, then we'll be going to that Dallas game very excited.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, with the change that you touched on with Ron Rivera bringing in Kyle Allen, this is a telling couple 4 weeks ahead for him against the Cowboys and the Giants, but we don't necessarily know that. This Giants game isn't so easy. We need to calm our farm on that. Um, they're going to play tough. We have not been able to beat them for the last 25 years, and I think we're getting a bit ahead of ourselves.
I
In
did say
in
if though. I did
I
say
know,
if.
I know that you did. I know that you're pure here, Skinsfanatic. Um, I just feel that we need to calm our farm a little bit. Look, Ron Rivera's brought Kyle Allen in to spark the offense this week, and that's all. That is exactly what it is, and it's already given me a spark this weekend because I don't want to see the same offense that I've seen for the first 4 weeks. Now, when we get down to it, did I have the patience to sit through Dwayne Haskins for a few more weeks? I probably did, okay, because he's a young bloke. Um, but it's not my call. And Dwayne Haskins is still on the team, as you suggested, and it's next man up. And this is what it's about, winning on Sunday. And Ron Rivera's had enough. And I've got to thank him for that because I would start getting tired myself if we can't complete a pass early on in the game. And to give me something to look forward to. And I end up doing it with the majority of the quarterbacks that this team has had. I'm not afraid to make a change. If I'm watching the same thing, waking up at 3 o'clock or in the morning, which I do, and it wouldn't matter what time the game started, but if I'm doing the same thing every week and I'm seeing the same thing every week, then I'm going to start getting pissed off and asking for a change. And, I think it's due, and I see better things for the team offensive wise this weekend, and it's exciting for me, because let's see what Kyle Allen's got, and then can we not make an error again, which we are already heading down the path of making when we have already touted Alex Smith as Alex Smith talk has already come over. Can you please take over Skinsfanatic. I'm getting a
Yeah,
little bit
look,
fired
okay,
up and
yeah, look,
confused.
look.
Talk to me.
The the situation is that Dwayne Haskins has unfollowed the Redskins, the football team on social medias. You know, he's getting um, he's getting the treatment, basically the social media treatment by the fans who told him that he didn't work hard enough, even though they're not there at practice. Um, and he doesn't do enough film study, according to a few sources that I'm not really sure where that came from.
No,
I saw
there's
I
more
saw a, I
sources
saw
than
a
that.
fake I saw a fake Kevin Sheehan Twitter handle just today actually on Facebook, and I said, well, that's not Kevin. That's not
Yeah.
Kevin Sheehan. He didn't post that out. Um, the poor bloke, his dog dies, and people, you know, want to get on him about that and say, "Oh, is that all you care about? Your dog dying?" Then I heard a lot of also that he done that to get likes on his tweet, because Dwayne Haskins apparently only cares about social media. I mean, I said this last week. I mean, we've got to understand that this is a young fellow we're talking about. I mean, do you remember being 19, 20 years old, you know, thinking that you were a man? And when you get to your age or our age now, you realize that you're just a boy. You got to give this young fella time to grow up, and give him some bloody
And
respect.
at,
Just
and at the same time, he's trying to carry this Washington football team franchise, which is highly regarded in the NFL for almost close to a century, you know, and has got a billion people wanting them to do well.
look,
Yeah,
it's one of the toughest
it's
positions. It's one of the quarterback position for in Washington. It is one of the most pressure boiling positions
mhm,
in pro sports.
yeah,
Make no bones about it. That's one of the reasons why we haven't had a long stayer in this franchise. We have not had someone come in and run the next 12 years. You know,
yeah.
we haven't
And
had a Tom Brady.
and
We haven't
you
had a
might
Brett.
you might be right. You might be right, and that's the problem and the issue. We're trying to get someone to develop over a sustained period of time, so that we can have that solid solid quarterback player. But when the Washington football team is struggling to have any kind of player at any position sustain any kind of success over a decent amount of time. This is, why must we um, look at this quarterback position like that? Why can't we demand that we have someone like Emmett Smith come in and give us 3 titles in a row? Like, we have not had a running back, we have not had a receiver, we have not had a defensive back since Champ Bailey. Like the list goes on. And I understand uh, the, that position, and Ron Rivera touched on it himself. He knows the quarterback touches that ball every play of the game, of the offensive snaps. So he wants someone that's in control, and he's going to go differently this week with Kyle Allen.
Yeah. Look, from from what I've seen, Dwayne Haskins has left a lot out on the field. A lot of misplays. He's not reading the blitzes enough. He's not reading. Basically, he's sliding to where the blitz is coming from. He's not sliding to protection. He on the play he got sacked for the 18-yard loss. Apparently, from what I saw, he had Terry McLaurin wide open. Would have been a touchdown. Um, look, it sounds exciting, really, because if Kyle Allen can hit those plays, we're winning some games. Look, I'm no quarterback guru. I'm no quarterback coach. I'm a fan of the game. I don't study film. It's not what I do. I don't have time to study film.
No, and let me.
Um, but look, if what I'm hearing is true, then there's no reason why we can't go and win the Super Bowl now because all's fixed. You know, apparently we've removed the problem, and the saviour's now here. Kyle Allen, he knows the system, um, and I'm backing Ron Rivera, and I'm not going to be on Twitter or Facebook telling all the people who wanted Haskins benched in favour for Kyle Allen uh, that they were wrong. I'm going to keep supporting, and I'll probably be sticking up for Kyle Allen, saying, "Well, give him a chance. He's a young fella too, Kyle Allen. Not like
That's
he's a
right.
12-year veteran."
No, that's right. We don't know Ron Rivera's full plan on that, but Kyle Allen, you are correct in saying that he is a young bloke too, and he probably does deserve his chance on Sunday. Yeah, he's had uh, more of a chance than Dwayne Haskins so far, but Dwayne's job's not done. And look, I was disappointed to hear that Dwayne had been benched, but as you say, he just wasn't getting the job done. And what I want to see from players who are injected into the lineup is a little bit of excitement and a little bit of, you know, knowing when that they need to make a big play, someone who can make a big play. And, you know, and Dwayne, as far as, his throws, well, we can judge him on that, but he didn't seem to be able to step up and make the big play. And he's so young. Every time the ball snapped, his first instinct was to always get out of there, have a little, use his feet with a run to give himself a little bit more time. He just didn't even want to think about dropping back and going through his reads. His first instinct as a young bloke, because it was all happening so fast for him, was to try and get out there for a run. And everybody talked about, oh, Haskins is more mobile than I thought. Well, this wasn't really necessarily good quarterback play. It was just him making, extending the play a little bit, and it became tiresome for him. And we saw in last week's Baltimore game, he did not do that at all. That was totally out of his game. He did not take, I think he was only sacked once last week, or it might have been a couple more sacks than that, but he really didn't, when he was in trouble, he didn't bail out to his left like he had been doing in his previous 12 games. And, he's trying to develop. He's a young bloke. I hope that they can keep him on the roster, and why not? Because if Kyle Allen goes well, I'll tell you what, I won't want to see any changes made going into next season. If Kyle Allen can do the impossible and get this team into the playoffs, I'm going to be absolutely hopeful if everybody falls for the same shit once again in the NFL draft, because it's not just Dan Snyder who gets it wrong, okay, in these drafts. There's Brad Rosen, who was the second player chosen in the
Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen, and I can go on, if Kyle Allen can't perform, which I believe he will, and I might get into that a little bit later on. But if Kyle Allen can't perform, then can we please go out and get someone like that young Florida State quarterback from Tampa Bay, is someone who wants to sling the ball around. You know, like, let's not go
I
and go
thought that today. I'm like, let's go out and get Brad
Winston.
Johnson
Like,
again.
why not get
You know,
Winston?
let's go get someone who's played this position in the
Yeah,
NFL, had
for the
success
old
in
coach,
the NFL.
for the old
Um,
head coach.
yeah, well,
I mean, how would you
that,
like it
that would
if
have
you're
been
coming in, you want to come in and rebuild a team from the bottom up as a head coach, and you don't even have a quarterback? In all the old movies that I've seen, all the old heartbreaking or comedy gridiron movies out there, they've all got that fantasy story of, you know, the quarterback and the coach coming together and doing something. Not, oh, he's just, always been
Well, here's the
established. You
thing.
know what I'm
Here's the
saying
thing.
there? Am I
We
getting?
could have gone. Listen, we could have gone after Cam Newton, but the owner wanted to see what he wanted to go with Haskins. Okay, so if we had gone out and signed Cam Newton, then it would have been a way of saying, well, Haskins isn't the guy. So
Yeah,
we ruined that. That opportunity got ruined. I would have loved to have had um, Cam Newton here in Washington. Whether or not he would have signed here um, is a different story because he knew that the situation in New England was on the table with Josh McDaniels and as the OC in uh, New England, and New England just being a better organisation and a better coached football team. I don't know why he would choose the Washington football team over New England. But that being said, you know, we Ron Rivera would have loved to have had Cam Newton here as his, starting quarterback, as starting his time here as the head coach. Obviously, not wouldn't be the answer moving forward, and of course there was concerns with the injury to Cam Newton, and you know, and of course if we did sign him, then it would have been Rivera's way of saying, well, Haskins isn't the bloke, and then we would have had the whole Haskins thing. Is Haskins going to start over? Well, no, Haskins wouldn't start over Cam Newton.
no.
That just
Well,
seemed
look, I
ridiculous.
mean,
It was an
I
owner
haven't,
move, and it's over.
I haven't really been an outspoken critic of Cam Newton. I do laugh at some of his antics, and I did see him on the free agent list, and I thought that he would be where no matter where he went, he was going to be an immediate impact player, and that's just the way it is. Like Cam Newton knows how to manipulate the the game, that when it gets down to that third down and he's got that broken play, or not even a broken play, the coaches know Cam Newton's abilities too. It's a quarterback draw on third down, or it's a Cam Newton making sure he's available to sweep out to the right and scramble and pick up, that 5 yards on that scramble. It's that gives that defense in the second guessing stage, and he's no spring chicken, Cam Newton. He knows how to do that, and it's very valuable to a team, and it would not have worked with anybody else but Ron Rivera. Um, but unfortunately, it didn't. Well, I'm not going to say unfortunately, because I didn't really want Cam Newton in here. I can't guarantee it it was going to win the Super Bowl. But and I do believe that Ron Rivera's had enough of Cam Newton shit too. Um,
Well, yeah, he might have, but if you're coming in to start a new, take over a new team, and quarterback play's been an issue in this franchise for a long time,
yeah,
to go
who
with
do you go?
someone
That's
that
right.
I mean, that's why
An
basically
old
he
one,
ended up we
an
ended up
old
with
head,
Kyle
an
Allen,
old head.
because he's like,
That's
well,
what. That's
if I can't get Cam Newton, then I'm going to get Kyle Allen.
That's right. My point
And
about what I was rambling on earlier about the old movies. I was talking about Major League. They bring in, what do you do to turn your franchise around? You bring in the old bloke, even if he's got a bum elbow. He's going to pitch me to the World Series because he's got that experience. And
yeah,
perhaps
well,
that is what Ron Rivera needs to do. Make
like
sure he gets, because
I understand the whole concept of getting the young fella in, building him up, get yourself a franchise quarterback. I get that. But what's wrong with starting the season with a veteran quarterback, like we did when we brought in Brad Johnson? And he ignited that offense that year under Norv Turner. Um, One of the greatest seasons in my, as a fan. To bring in a veteran quarterback, look, win 3 or 4 games, whatever, and then you can still go ahead and draft your quarterback. I mean, we've seen quarterbacks not go in the first 5 picks, but go in the later rounds, turn into absolute gems. Um, there's no given drafting these quarterbacks out of college. There really isn't. It's a fucking lottery. It really is. Like Joe Burrow, okay, he looks okay. Yeah, he looks good at the moment. It's way too early to start, making his bust in Canton. Um, we haven't seen Tua yet. We don't know what's going to happen with him. And as for this upcoming draft, well, not everyone's even playing college football. I don't
yeah,
know. I can't seem to get
and
my hands
they're
on any
gonna
college
they're gonna
football.
they're gonna talk all these blokes up, and that's fine. I mean, tank for Trevor Lawrence, okay. And I guys, crazy brave. I'm not a college football scout or a NFL draft expert. Okay, so all you Trevor Lawrence fans out there, take it easy on me. But I'm tired of, we see the talent that these players have got, and then we're gonna draft a Trevor Lawrence, and then 3 days after draft, well, I'm going to hear that, well, he only really played 18 games in college, and he hasn't taken a snap in 24 months, and he can only run this offense, and it's going to take time. I mean, get it fucking right. I mean, there are a ton of talented quarterbacks in the free agent market that, to be quite honest with you, the state that this team is in, we don't need to be drafting a fucking quarterback next year, okay? We need to
Mm.
stick with Dwayne Haskins, or we need to stick with Kyle Allen if he goes well, and if he doesn't, you know, bring in an older bloke. But I mean, let's not go and
No.
get overexcited and get the number one hero at quarterback. Let's just run a decent team. Why not bring in a linebacker? Because we don't have anyone that can cover. You know, if the opportunity's there, let's take the linebacker or the offensive line. And I really am not getting carried away with this quarterback talk. And people might think I had rose-coloured glasses with Dwayne Haskins. No, I'm just a supporter. I wanted him to do well. From what I've seen, he doesn't have that it factor which Reggie Miller had, and all those players that I like are my heroes. Make a play. Okay, I'm not giving up on him, but he can't make a play at this stage. He's young. Sit him down. Bring in Kyle Allen from Houston. Plays, they're big on their football down in there in Houston, and I'm sure he's fucking quick on his feet and he can make a play. Let's see what he's got.
Yeah, I don't remember Kyle Allen playing for Houston, but yeah, no, we got him from Carolina. Kyle Allen.
Yeah,
Yeah, look,
he's out of the College of Houston.
Oh, okay. Yep. So look, that's the point I was trying to make earlier was that we're supporting the players who Rivera puts on the field. We're supporting, um, you know, I wanted to see Dwayne Haskins succeed, because I want this quarterback bullshit over with. Um, I'll be happy next season in the draft if we just take the beefiest offensive lineman available. Okay, because if you've got yourself a decent offensive line, you get yourself a decent running game. Um, you scheme the game plan uh, like Scott Turner does with the weapons we have on the team. Um, Anything's possible. The defense can win you the Super Bowl alone. Okay, we don't need. I don't want to waste another first round draft pick on a quarterback
No,
who's
but
got all the glitz and glamour. I want to draft the best available player on the board.
and that's what's disappointing. And I'm sorry you're coming on to your show and talking riddles about mathematics early on, but this is what I'm talking about. People only just catching on that we're still alive, in the NFC East.
Well, I don't think anyone's just catching on. I mean, we just know that the division is weak as piss. The Cowboys have leaked in like 150 fucking 170 points in the first 4 weeks. Um, they've put up about 160 points in the first 4 weeks too.
Yeah,
Their
no,
offense has
that's right.
been
Look,
their offense has been their offense has been electric. Their defense has been absolute piss poor, and that's why a lot of people are looking, going, "Well, hey, we might be able to beat the Cowboys. We might be beating them 52 to 49. You know what I mean? Like, and the Giants have got a lot of injuries, and they look, dismal. But they did push the Rams this week, and to me, that's encouraging for us because the Rams are pretty good. The Giants are pretty shit.
yeah,
Maybe if Kyle Allen plays, well, that's a game that we might be able to grab. And if we do, it'll be a big boost for the franchise and for the team's confidence and for the
yeah,
fans heading into that New York game. And then
that's right.
I believe after the Giants, we have the Cowboys.
Look, it's amazing as Washington football team fans, and if you've been watching this show from the beginning, don't get me wrong. I am a huge supporter of this fan, and I'm very excited about these upcoming games against New York Giants. I mean, these are the teams that we have to beat. We've got the big games coming up. Really excited about the fact that the head coach did make the change for me without me having to get, lose my head like many of you people did in Twitter land. Um, it's time. It's we've the playoffs are not out of the question. Okay, we can't um, ever give up on that after 4 weeks. The Rams are coming in. They are red hot. I mean,
They're not red hot. I don't think the Rams are red hot.
Jared Goff has got one of the highest quarterback ratings in the NFL, and
Oh,
he
fuck
has done
quarterback
that.
ratings.
He has done that over a consistent time. It may not be flashy, but we have seen Sean McVay's offense. Okay, they are going to be dangerous. Now, one thing that Sean McVay doesn't have is that chip on his shoulder, smart ass attitude. Yeah, he will take a risk, as we've seen in the NFC Championship game a few years ago with his fake punt, I believe, or his coverage of the fake punt. We saw Washington get totally exposed by a fake punt on the weekend after we knew it was coming from one of the most arrogant leaders in the NFL. We've had 4 games this season we haven't had any coach show us any respect. We had the Eagles going for it on 4th down in their own territory against us twice. We had Cardinals do the same thing once and then try and run up the scoreboard on us, but Ron Rivera had to call timeouts to stop it from happening. And then week 3, the Cleveland Browns did the same thing. And then week 4, we have the Baltimore head coach bringing out their second string quarterback. And I obviously understand Robert Griffin wants to make a play against his former team, but come on, guys. I have not seen NFL coaches do that, to actually go out and put disrespect on another team. This is a league that I followed and watched where they wouldn't run up the scoreboard on people. But now
look, listen, we've known for years that John Harbaugh is the most arrogant piece of shit in the NFL. And he is closely followed by Doug Peterson. Arrogant piece of shit. We've seen this before. What bugged the shit out of me in that game, the Baltimore game, was the commentator. If he knows the fake punt's coming, why the fuck don't we? You know what I mean? I mean, in that situation. Listen. Let me talk. In that situation, listen. Let me talk. In that situation, it was a short field, so there wouldn't have been a return anyway. He was kicking. Yeah. He would have been kicking for the corner. We know this bloke is 7 from 7.
Yeah.
Can we?
No, we should not have. We should not have let.
We should just come out in a cover 2. Come out in some coverage or something.
Skinsfanatic, how about you? Can we get R2 Ramu on here, or I just need to?
Well, we're going to start talking about this Rams game as soon as R2 Ramu comes on.
I just need to grab a drink. So.
Yep. No, he's not even in the green room. But you go get your drink and.
All right. Okay.
We'll see you back here in a second.
You'll probably cut me off here.
Yeah, we're going to get R2 Ramu in here very soon because this Rams game coming up is huge. What just happened here? We've got R2 Ramu is right here in Crazy Braves studio. I'm tripping. What's going on here? They've swindled me. Well. This is a interesting take.
Yeah. Woo. Yeah, I've interrupted the Crazy Braves 74 channel. Taking over. This is amazeballs, man.
All right,
I'll tell you what. You want to talk?
You've done something. You're going all staticky and spastic on me. So just pipe down a bit. What's going on?
Yeah. I don't know.
Good to see you, by the way.
It went on, didn't it? That just went on.
Yeah, a little bit.
It did scatter, didn't it? Yeah, I could tell from watching it here. I just thought, something happened there. I can still see it.
Yeah. It just got a little bit. Anyway. Got a little bit silly there for a second. What are you doing in Crazy Braves studio? This is unheard of.
It's a terrorist attack, Gary. The Rams have come to town.
Yeah, right. Oh, good to see you're in town. Thanks for letting us know.
Yeah.
All right. How long are you staying?
Oh, you'll get a surprise. I'm like Willy Wonka. I'll be fucking dropping shit tomorrow. But yeah, I'll be here Sunday morning too.
You just muted it. Just muted yourself, boys. It's going well tonight. It's going real well.
Too. It is.
Yeah, yeah. No, all good. Well, let's get to the game. The game on Monday morning. The Los Angeles Rams heading to the fortress that is uh, FedEx Field, where currently we are 1-1. R2, why are the Rams going to beat the football team this week? Put it on me, because I think it was you that farted, because I think the Rams stink. I think they stink.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Jared Goff. He's a goth. He's like Batman. No, I love Jared Goff, and he's getting better and better.
Was that all
I
you
can't
got?
see. Is any of your running backs going to get over 60 plus yards this week?
Oh, shots
You
fired.
and the Giants are the only two teams that have no runner that's busted 60 plus yards this year. Any of the games, take your pick. Well, you got Wild West on me when you said, "Tell me why I'm going to beat you." That's one. Yeah, your shit don't stink.
Yeah, well,
No shit stinking, or we're the best, or no one's the best. Look, a lot can happen. Anything can happen. We know this. We know this. Oh, I will
yeah,
be in tears if I check my phone and go, what the fuck? Well, it's 16-10 with a quarter to go. Football team in front.
well, that's what it was like when you played the Giants last week. I'm thinking, well, here we go. The Rams will take care of the Giants, and then all of a sudden it was very nervous times.
And here's number two is the fact that this team is a lot more productive, I think, than the 2019 team, or is it? Yeah.
Except they can't get Cooper Cup the ball at the moment, but we'll get to that in a later segment.
Well, I seen Cup make a few catches last week. He's going all right, isn't he, old Coopy Cup?
Look, Cooper
He'll probably
Cup,
be the one who tears us up.
Oh, well, look, we are under immense pressure this weekend. There's no doubt about it. I mean, I know some people aren't very high on Jared Goff, but let's be serious. This is a team that represented the NFC in the Super Bowl 2 seasons ago, and I'm not going to be caught with my pants down. We have a great opportunity this week, okay, with the fact that Jared Goff is a drop back passer. We saw what pressure we could put on Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz is nowhere near as mobile as the quarterbacks that we have faced in the past 3 weeks.
No, we've been stung with that, haven't we?
That's right, and this is an opportunity. This is our opportunity to get back to some normal football. Okay, and we're not expecting. We should be expecting Sean McVay to try and pull our pants down, but he's not that kind of coach. He doesn't need to do that just yet. His Rams are sitting quite pretty. and they're ripe for the picking this week.
Real New York Giants Mafia asks, do the no-namers have an advantage of Allen starting? I think so.
Yeah, that's what we just said. He's going to give a spark. He's
He's
going
going to give us, apparently he's going to give us something that we've been missing. We're yet to see it. Hopefully we do. Real New York Giants Mafia. Hopefully we do. I am optimistic that him being in the offense that Rivera had him under last year and Scott Turner, that, we're going to have a bit more to show the Rams this week than Haskins has given us.
Well,
so thanks for watching, Giants. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think with Kyle Allen in this week, he's just a young bloke who he really doesn't give a fuck. Okay, he didn't come in with that first round pedigree. No one knows who he is. He don't, if he throws 3 interceptions in this week, he'll probably just brush it off and sign with another team in the off season if he's that good enough. He doesn't care. He's going to give us a chance. He's going to throw the ball. We're not going to be left second guessing this weekend. We're going to see the offense take some chances, and it may very well open up for us. But the key is, can we do that again in his second game without getting too carried away with what may happen against the Rams?
This is making me nervous.
You should be nervous.
Well, you should be nervous.
What the fuck?
We've had 32 different quarterbacks start a game since
so anything
we last won the Super Bowl, and they're all 32-0 in their first game. Like, everyone.
That's not a true stat. Don't bullshit.
Well,
Never bullshit a bullshit. Never bullshit a bullshit.
Name me a starting Washington quarterback who started his first game and lost. You can't.
Brad Johnson.
Okay, there's probably a couple.
There's a couple.
No, but look, don't be a fool. It's what a football team needs, and what we need to understand. What we need to understand as fans. Okay, and we have seen it with other teams. These coaches come in and get signed by these other teams, and you watch them the first couple of weeks, and you think, God, he's really shat the bed with this team. It's over,
Isn't that the Texans coach?
Well, no, a lot of it. I mean, it doesn't matter whether you come in and coach the Los Angeles Lakers or the Boston Celtics or the New York Giants or the Washington football team. You have to make a decision at some stage to do things differently, and it's going to be
make a new start.
It's going to be scrutinised, and you have to give Ron Rivera his opportunity to
show me the juice. Bring the juice.
Well, look, Ron Rivera's made a big gamble this week. He's going with the young Kyle Allen, and he's putting his balls on the line.
Yeah.
He wants to win.
I just want to listen. I just got to interrupt while I've still got New York Giants Mafia here. I just want to let him know that he needs to tune in next week, because there's no team that we love beating more than those filthy fucking Giants. And next week's show is going to be. And I don't mean to be make this to sound disturbing, but it's going to be an absolute attack on New York, the New York football team. And I've been waiting for this game all season. And tell your friends, New York Giants Mafia, tell your cop pizzles and your bad dogs, and who I have the utmost respect for, by the way, but tell those guys to tune into Skinsfanatic Live and get their asses chewed out, because it is going to be savage next week.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, we will. We will take down the New York Giants mafia like we took down J-Wad from the Cowboy Company. You
The
know,
CNS.
the CNS. Like we took down the CNS. We took down J-Wad. We took down Smitty. I mean, New York Pride. We had fun with him. He respects us too. We took him down. Um, and Philadelphia
Well,
fans.
look, you know who I give credit to? Um, Smitty the Great. He sailed off. He didn't even sail off.
Yeah, we
He
all
just
took.
popped off. But Copizzle took care of Copizzle took care of Smitty the Great, and Smitty hasn't been heard of since. You know, rest in peace, Smitty the Great, because his channel no longer seems to exist. Any trace of Smitty, Mr. Sean Smith, is gone. Copizzle is he doesn't even know I exist, to be honest, Copizzle, but I respect him. He's a great Giants fan. He's a Giants fan.
Pizzle,
He is
2015.
he's a very passionate Giants fan. I'll give him that. And I used to think he was a fuck turd, but he's all right. You know, he's all right, Copizzle. But
No,
he doesn't
We'll
know
take
me.
him
He
down
doesn't.
next
But
week.
I'm coming for him. I can't wait for next week. I love watching his videos. And
Yeah, so well, he might even come on to the show. Coppizzle's coming on to the show.
he's coming on the show? No, he's not coming. I'll reach out to him, see what I can do.
You're all dodging it. Really?
Oh no! I'm not dodging it. I've got a
You
Giants.
haven't played
Listen,
Rams yet.
I've got a Giants fan on here. I'm letting him know
I get that happened, but
that this is happening next week. Tell his friends, tell his
very
mummy, tell his
quickly steered
daddy.
away from my team. That's all.
Yeah,
Fucking
listen.
hell.
We have talked about the coming matchup. We need to see something from Kyle Allen. We know what the other players are going to bring, and to be quite honest, it's not enough. But that's who we have, and we've got enough to win a football game. Don't you worry about that. I'm just saying, these players at the moment have still got a lot to go through before they can be counted on a week to week basis. There's going to be some players lose their job for our team next season. I don't want to be, I'm not protective of everyone on this team. We've seen 4 weeks of football. Obviously, I'm not calling for people to lose their jobs, but at the end of the season, there has to be some changes. There hasn't been changes made. There has not been changes made to our second tier players for about 15 seasons since Joe Gibbs left. Before Joe Gibbs, sorry, probably dating back to Steve Spurrier was the last time that the Redskins had any decent substitutes on defense. Like it's just Gibbs.
Well, I don't agree with you right now because I think our defensive line has a lot of substitutions, has a lot of moving parts, has a lot of depth. Despite at the fact that Matt Ioannidis is out for the year, encouraging news I've seen number 99 hitting the bags at training today. So it appears that Chase Young will be back to put Jared Goff on his ass, and being Jared Goff not being Lamar Jackson, Jared Goff not being Kyler Murray, will be getting his asshole torn out this week by our defensive line. It's going to force him into It's going to force him into some errors, fumbles,
3 sacks. No, and that was my point. Skinsfanatic was that we would be able to take care of a less mobile quarterback, and R2's telling me here we might get 3 sacks. I think we can get up to 5. Yeah, I'm hoping for 5, and I'm not concerned about what Kyle Allen is going to bring. I know that what he is going to bring is pure 100% excitement. Whether it lasts for a week or two, so be it. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot more exciting than when John Beck took the field, which I brought up last week. This we don't talk about him.
What's this week or two shit? Like, isn't it one game at a time?
Listen,
Isn't it one game at a
Sean
time?
McVay or
I
Rivera.
talk to Mafia Pride here for a minute here because yes,
Sure.
this is the Washington football franchise Mafia Pride is we do let talent walk out of the building, or talent doesn't want to stay in the building. Okay, this is our franchise. We are aware of the shit show that is the Washington football team. Obviously, we're still sticking around. We're fans. But yes, I am kicking myself with that fucktard Jay Gruden run the shit the turf for the next couple of years. And we let Sean McVay and the Shanahans leave. We've both been Super. So of course, yes, I'm fucking definitely teething over that bullshit. Would have loved to keep McVay around. He was a special kind of guy. Carry on, you two. Clowns out.
Okay, I mean, absolutely, Sean McVay is a genius. He's a young genius, which we probably shouldn't have let go. But yeah, I feel that he was always going to, because he was one of the people who was brought up in the culture where everybody that came in, their first idea was to get out, and he did well. He made a name for himself, and he got a better job. What we're trying to establish is someone who wants to stay, and I don't hate Sean McVay for leaving, but I have a ton of respect for what he did, and you've already seen what he's done with the Rams in 2 or 3 short seasons.
Yeah.
Crazy.
3 or 4.
Youngest coach to represent a team in the Super Bowl, and he's not to be taken lightly, especially the state that our team is in. Look, I mean, I am taking the Redskins to win the game this weekend, but I'm just very wary of what the Rams are going to bring. I mean, we need to be on our A game.
Yep. I apologise for the audio difficulties that may have occurred during my last spiel. Hopefully that's fixed. Yes?
Yeah, well, you sound good here, but you did, it was breaking up there when you had a little bit of a spiel.
My mic does that from time to time. I'm working on it. Thanks, Mafia Pride, for popping in, matey.
Yeah, cheers for watching, mate.
Bloody oath. I love fucking New York.
Always appreciate people coming on and having a bit to say, and it makes for more conversation and good conversation. So do appreciate that. Look, yeah.
Is there another elephant in the room this week? Now that after you mentioning the real New York Mafia, that the Rams this weekend have the opportunity to go 4-0, sweep the East, NFC East. Hey. While I'm here, because everybody hasn't wanted to delve into my views of the game and Sean McVay's record and the way our side is playing, the fact that this team has recognised the 3-1 record better than the 4-0 record that we had in 2019. At this stage of the year, the side is so much more settled. knows where everybody's at, all the roles, and can build on that, I believe. Yeah, I know we've still got a tip
Oh,
to
sorry, was I being rude?
Was I?
Was I being rude? Was I supposed to come on Skinsfanatic Live and suck your dick? I don't think so. You know?
Well, at the moment, I have taken over control of Crazy Brave 74.
Mhm. Yeah, I know. I have noticed, but look, of course I understand that the Los Angeles Rams are a worthy opponent. I never said this was going to be a walk in the park, but I have my beliefs that with Chase Young, 80% chance of returning to the fold, and Goff not being the scrambling quarterback that we have faced for the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks, that I just feel like we can get to him. We're going to get to him.
Oh, that sounds
We
real.
we chased Baker Mayfield out of the pocket in Cleveland. If we had not turned the ball over fucking 5 times in that game, we might have won that game. We had them rattled. And this is the thing. This is the thing. If you're not watching this team, and I don't expect anyone from the outside have
Cool.
watched this team because I don't know why they would. You don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're seeing.
So
There's a
you
lot.
are saying that your quarterback, I mean, your defensive line is going to repeat or do some sort of damage to our quarterback this weekend. Jared Goff's
Correct.
completely a different. No, their offense is completely different to anything you've seen so far. You may
I've kept a bit.
rush. There's
I've kept
going.
an eye on.
This will be the week when McVay and the Rams offense passes the ball for 3 meters, 5 meters, run for 3, pass for 7, pass for 3, run for 2, pass for 7.
How's the
No,
defense going over there? In
phased
how's that?
about and
How's that defense going?
push it into the
How's
pocket.
how's the defense going in Los Angeles? They got what's his name? Aaron Donald.
Yeah,
He's pretty good.
Bookers.
Anyone else?
Bookers.
Is there anyone else?
Anybody else?
Is there anybody else?
Number 20.
Oh, Ramsey. Yeah. All right. Yep.
Look,
There's more. There's defense to cover the
All right.
offense.
All right.
I'm an
Well,
old man, all right? I'm an old man that doesn't read magazines or get on websites a lot, and I can't remember people's names. It is a thing for me, like, but it doesn't affect the way I participate and follow my team, and will put 100% support behind them whenever I read stuff that I catch, and knowing that there's a game on the weekend. Wow, I'm playing the fucking. I was going to say that our name again, but the football team.
Ian, it doesn't.
And
Look, we all don't.
we play Miami.
We all
this
don't
year
know
too.
our team's name, the players' names, because to be quite honest with you, they're not fucking performing.
Yeah,
Okay,
obviously.
and I can't keep track of the amount of reserves that are called into, you know, fill in and be the next superstar. They just keep every week, you know, like we're relying on someone else, it seems. So that's the NFL, and that's the state of our teams. You know, the Rams are
This is me, eh?
definitely
Before
in,
we
in,
go,
in a. The Rams are definitely still in contention there in the NFC West.
yeah, fucking
Very
oath.
tight division. I think Skinsfanatic wants to move along to.
Talk about it. I'll be back.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about standings and this tipping competition. Then we're going to get to this week's games, break them down briefly before we end the show. Um,
Well done.
as you can see, Paradise 78, aka Finn's Tragic, out in front of an 81.5 lead, closely followed by Skinsfanatic with the 75 point total. And R2 Ramu and Crazy Brave bringing it up the rear.
Almost 19. What is that? 19 and 18 points respectively behind at third and fourth position.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got a
that's-
big differential here in margins, though. That's the key right now, because if you look at the actual wins picked, well, you're 9 behind. R2 Ramu is only 3 behind, and I'm only 1 behind. So
yeah, that's right. I mean, this competition can turn on its head at any stage, but what we see is consistency there in the tipping. Good picks, high quality tips being made.
as you can see, Skinsfanatic is still picking at an average of 62% or 68% win success, which is outstanding, really. And I'm quite proud of that.
Doing well, yes.
R2 Ramu bringing in the beverages,
Correct.
packing
Thank
up the
you.
hoochie gooch.
Yeah, no, that I mean it is. It's outstanding. And while we are on tipping, let me just quickly make another Crazy Brave 74 plug before we move on. Guys, we do appreciate all the support you have given us. We're working very hard during these unprecedented times, and before there's been some bad picks, okay, guys, but I don't want to get angry with my staff here because they have been working hard. What I do want to do is actually thank them because, it hasn't been easy. We did give you some winners already, so you should be thereabouts, and we appreciate your support. But I didn't. I had to let someone go in the company, and it's the toughest decision I've made. When I first got the website going, I didn't think I'd have to do that, but I'm learning. Everyone's learning. We got it wrong today. We had the Bucks. I've let someone go, and it's hard to talk about. The picks weren't published in time, guys. So Thursday night, and I made the decision no longer associated with the website, and I've let them go. But the picks will be published tomorrow morning, and you will see them on Twitter and the website.
Well, as long as I still get my holiday pay, I'm not going to hold any grudges.
Look, I mean, everything was on board, and they were given all their entitlements, and things. We're happy with the way things are moving forward with the website. Big opportunities, but we need to make sure we get rid of the people
when we see fit.
All right. So, shall we move on with our picks for this
We
week?
should.
We probably should.
Sorry about the late picks, guys.
Well, look, it's hard to be professional all the time,
Oh,
isn't
the
it?
publisher, mate. That's the way it is. I'm sorry, guys. We'll move on.
All right. Just bringing up my picks now. We're going to start off straight away. We're going to get straight down to the nitty gritty. Well, I did pick Tampa Bay today. Disappointingly, lost that game. I had Tampa Bay by 3 and did not get that. Though it turns out I did get a margin point for being in the vicinity. So the first game we have the Los Angeles Rams at the Washington football team. In this game, I have the football team by 6 points. We're going to start. I'll let you guys decide which way you want to go there.
Let's go with you, Pete.
Oh, yeah, we'll go this way. Oh, look, much like opening game of the season, where I picked the Washington football team by 1 point against a formidable opponent as the Philadelphia Eagles, I'm going to do the same thing because this is what the NFL season is about, guys. It's quarters and in lumps of 4. We enter the first week of the second period, and I like the Washington football team at home by 1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
By 6.
thanks. I'm outnumbered. This is ridiculous. What am I even talking for? Skinsfanatic 81. This is a blowout. Appreciate fucking letting me come on and I scramble some tips together, okay? And Crazy Brave 74. I'm in his studio. So yeah.
Yeah, we're trying.
I do have my side by 18.
Okay. Well, look, I can respect that. That's fine. Yeah, if you want to pick the Y18, that's fine. The next game we have the Buffalo Bills. My Buffalo Bills.
They're mine too. Come on.
Heading to Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, to take on the Tennessee Titans. I think it's going to be a pretty good game, actually. Two very, like it's Houston and Buffalo, basically Houston Oilers and the Buffalo Bills. But I've got Buffalo in this game by 4 points. Jeez, I like the Bills this year. Jeez, they're impressing me. Jump on them.
Jump on them. Okay, well, I mean, we appreciate that kind of enthusiasm from the fans. We'll take that into account here at the .com. This week, yeah, I also do like the Bills. I'm going to take them by 11.
And I'll just add to that quickly. That is the 4-0 Buffalo Bills actually against the 3-0 Tennessee Titans, because the Tennessee Titans game got moved. So that's a
It's a huge, absolutely. This is another good clash, isn't it? Two undefeated sides. That's what grabbed my eye, and I really gravitated to it. Tennessee, the old chestnuts, fucking tackle before the and Bills, and I've got the Bills by 2. All right. I'm sticking with that one.
That's fair.
I think they're the Buffalo Bills. My Buffalo Bills.
My Buffalo Bills. This next game shouldn't really be any contests. We've got the Philadelphia Eagles, the 2-loss, 1-draw, 1-win Philadelphia Eagles against the 3-0 Pittsburgh Steelers. Got the Pittsburgh Steelers I've given them 13 points in this game. 13 points. Eagles coming off that win last week showed a little bit of ticker, so they might carry that on here into Pittsburgh. Who knows? But Pittsburgh by 13 for me. Crazy brave.
That is quite funny to hear you say that. I do have a story that I would like to share with the viewers, but I'm not. I'll be. It's a very delicate situation here, guys. Skinsfanatic lost a lot of money on this game
Oh,
4 seasons ago.
I did,
The
didn't I?
Battle of Pennsylvania. You cannot
Underestimate.
like a banana in the tailpipe. And I'm going to take the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I expect a very close game here. And it's in Crazy's 5, and back the Eagles with the plus 7.5. But I can't see the Pittsburgh Steelers winning by the amount that you suggested. What was that?
13.
13. No, and that's good. No, I like it. I mean, I'll I'm not going to say this is why we make our picks, but expect a tight one. It may end up 13 points, but it's going to be a lot closer than that.
Well, I thought 13 points was keeping it close, to be honest, but yeah.
Yeah. I just think Carson Wentz and we're all experts so far after 4 weeks. We've seen the records and we're counting these teams out and this and that. But there's a lot of talent, and these teams do end up coming through.
Yep. No, I know.
That's right. So a very interesting game, and R2.
I've gone the same perspective, really. I think this is a blind man's bluff. This one, Philly are starting to hit their straps, maybe, if you can call it that. Not necessarily, but Steelers by 10. Mike Tomo, is it? I don't know. He 9-4, playing sides that are coming off buys, or when he's come off by. Sorry. So I've got the Steelers by 10.
Yep. Steelers by 10. Good pick. This next game is very bloody interesting. Very, very, very interesting. The Jacksonville Jaguars, the 1-3 Jacksonville Jaguars, heading to the Houston Texans. The 0-4 Houston Texans. Houston just sacking Bill O'Brien days ago, which was, I'm pretty sure I said on this show last weekend and said Bill O'Brien's a fucking bum. And then he got sacked. So we might rewind that back and we'll just check that tape. But I've actually got Houston in this game by 5 points. I think Houston's going to get their first win with the interim coach. They still got some great weapons there in Houston, and they're at home. So Houston by 5 points.
Yeah, very interesting game. I mean, it's one of those ones that no one cares about, but everyone will be glued to the screen as the clock ticks down. I'm going to have to take Houston by 3.
I'm fucking the total opposite. Actually, I've got the Jags by 3. Move on.
I still found it very interesting. This next game,
I just don't want to jinx. I'm still nervous about Jay Gruden and his involvement with Jacksonville. I'm tempted to go the Jacksonville Jaguars because I know, what kind of offensive mind Gruden can be. And after the week that the football team has, it'll be no surprise if I do see Minshew put up another 400 yards. So, yeah, I'm real. Moving on.
Yeah, we're moving on from that horseshit game. So
Yeah.
this next game is a AFC Classic, but I don't know how this is going to go. We've got the Denver Broncos at the New England Patriots. The 1-3 Denver Broncos and the 2-2 New England Patriots. I don't know if Cam Newton is over his China flu, but
Very nice.
I've
Missed
got
that
New England in this game by 9 points anyway.
Okay.
Oh, New England by 9. That's very interesting. As I said before, as I mentioned to you earlier, I think Cam Newton gets his bit one-dimensional, and it works against teams who don't know what the fuck's going on. But like when it gets third down, you got to watch for his little quarterback jaws, and you got to watch for his little quarterback sneaks. And I have full respect for Cam Newton and what Bill Belichick has done, and I had them a few times in Crazy's 5. This week I'm going to back the Patriots by 12. It's amazing, yeah. I think Cam's going to make a late appearance, and they'll win by 12 points.
Yeah,
All right.
that's not amazing.
Okay.
That makes perfect sense.
In all honesty, between the two of you, if this game was played in Denver, I'd lean towards Denver. But at the moment, I've got New England by 10. It's just the Patriots, the way they go, and they'll suffer more, by beating the Broncos. Broncos will
Look
suffer.
at this. Put it this
Pats
way:
will be happy
the
days.
fucking
And it's not
Patriots
Newton
nearly-
either.
the Patriots nearly beat the Chiefs last year.
It's my tip.
So I'm just saying. We're going to wrap this next game up real quick. We've got the Atlanta Falcons at the New York Jets. I've got Atlanta by 15.
Is that the Arizona Cardinals?
Yes, it is the Arizona Cardinals. Sorry, I have Arizona by 15. And that's been generous to the Jets.
Wow. Okay.
It's
I mean, look, right now the Jets are the worst team in football on display. At 0-4, it looks very intimidating against the Cardinals, and I'm just going to have to continue backing the downfall of the New York Jets, and I've got the Cardinals by 16 points.
This isn't the downfall of the New York Jets. This is the downfall of New York football. There has not been a win for New York football this season.
Okay. I'm going with the flow
Don't
there.
get me fired up about the upcoming weeks.
Well,
Sorry.
we're working towards it.
Carry
I
on.
told you. Sorry,
You know,
R2.
Do it. Do it.
I'm fired up. Don't you worry.
Yes.
R2.
Yeah, that is a blowout. I think I've jumped a dimension or something. But wow, New York football is rotten to the core,
Mm.
isn't it?
It is bad.
Isn't it?
It's gone bad.
East Coast has gone nasty.
To think that they can't play football in New York.
Oh,
Oh man.
The images of
no.
what's his name walking down the tunnel.
And guess what?
Aaron
Mark,
Plymouth.
hey, You guys have them next week. I'm going to stay on track. You're going to get my Cards and the Jets pick soon, right?
Well, hurry up. Fuck,
But
I said I was on this game.
it
Hurry
is,
up.
yeah, it is terrible. And it's on again
How
next
much
week.
do you have Arizona by?
Cards, the stats against the Jets are terrible. Like, they're 1-3 teams, not 16 point whatever a game and 30 odd plus against a game. They stink. They're terrible.
Score?
Cards by 6.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. I made a change while we were dribbling shit here. I've actually now got Arizona by 24. Right, moving on.
Giants played really well against the Rams last week, by the way.
Yeah, but they still stink.
I'll give that. No, it's true. I watched it again. And it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but yeah, I think some
Did they
credit
play good, or
goes
was it
to the
Rams
Giants.
Our Rams aren't as good as we thought. Next game, I've got
I didn't go deep into that game.
I've got the Cincinnati Bengals at the Baltimore Ravens. Joe Burrow could be playing his last game this week. I don't know how he's going to overcome the Bengals, the Baltimore by 17.
Yeah. Look, there's times you have to take gambles in tipping comps, and have been on the side of Burrow, and we have made some money off him in Crazy's 5. But this week I'm going to put him on the line. I'm actually going to back him to beat the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm going to take the Bengals by a point. I see it happen so often when teams come in against the Washington football team with all their arrogance and their arrogant plays, and then they turn up the next week and they can't beat a simple team like the Cincinnati Bengals, which is a team on the rise. Big upset this week. Bengals by 1.
Ooh, well, look, I just want to quickly mention I did pick the Bengals to win their first game last week, and I nailed it. Bengals by 1 over Baltimore. Big call. You still have time to change that, though.
Correct.
Arthur Remu, what you got?
Ravens by 5. Again, there's a lot going on, I think, and the Ravens aren't going to lose touch with what's happening in that AFC. Thank you.
No. Okay.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
Next game, we've got started hot, fizzled down, 2-2, Las Vegas Raiders traveling to Arrowhead Stadium, where there will be fans, to play the Kansas City Chiefs. I have the Chiefs by 11 in this game, subject to change. I want to give the Raiders some respect. I think they're playing some pretty nice football this season. Derek Carr appears to be playing pretty good.
Solid.
So I am going to give the Raiders some respect and give the Super Bowl champions the 11 point, in the vicinity of 11 points here.
I mean,
clever. No, that's clever. KC by 11. Let's go.
It's funny.
Well, I thought it was a good game. We pissed on about the fucking New York game for fucking 20 minutes. So hurry up.
Yeah.
CrazyBrave.com has actually done the same thing, and they have the Kansas City Chiefs by 11. But before I continue about that game, let me just go back to that Arizona Jets game, and let me change my pick from Arizona Cardinals by 16 to the Arizona Cardinals by 24.
That's what I did.
Yeah, you did.
I did, yeah. Somebody copied me. Excellent.
And I just know I've just upped you by 2, but we're not talking about that. I thought we'd moved on to the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Las Vegas Raiders, where we actually do have the same thing and it's very
ironic,
telling.
isn't it?
We have the Chiefs. Both of us have the Chiefs by 11, guys. I mean, if you're not following crazybrave.com already, please go and follow it, guys. We're like the everyday fan. You know, we already got your thought process. You don't have to do the thinking at Crazy Brave 74. That might be my new slogan. Carry on.
I'll do the thinking. I'll do the thinking for
Where
you.
I'll do the thinking.
We're still on the Vegas.
Yes,
I want to go to Las Vegas.
Thank you.
Personally, I
Write that down.
want to go to Las Vegas. Are we still on the Vegas KC game? And you're
Yes.
waiting for R2?
Yeah, no, it's on you
No,
now. No, we're not waiting. It's just moved on.
I have KC by 12, and I have a lot of question marks about it. I'm keen to see Vegas step up hard here and push them, and that's an achievement for him. Lose by 12 to KC.
Doing well.
Yeah.
No, that's good.
That's what he said.
Now we have an interesting one here. We have an interesting one here now. Carolina Panthers, the 2-2 Carolina Panthers, traveling to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, take on the Falcons. The 0-4 Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons. Well, I have Atlanta getting their first win here by 5 points, guys. Purely based on Atlanta's blown some leads this year. They've got some weapons. I think Julio Jones has been hobbled, but trying to play through it. I've got them by 5 points in this game, guys. 5 points. I'm interested to see what you boys have picked.
Yeah, and look, I mean, the Atlanta Braves, the Atlanta Falcons, excuse me, have been one of the teams backed quite often in Crazy's 5, and we do have the numbers crunched for you. We just get it short of publishing them. You can see that Crazy's 5 has often backed the Seattle Seahawks games and the Falcons, and this week we are sticking with the Atlanta Falcons game, and we are going to take them by 7 points.
All right, excellent.
This game, hey? Panthers by 21. Yeah. It just goes down south for Atlanta. Sorry, it's going south. It's probably going to be one of the worst records in the modern eras, and it's a suffering time down there for Atlanta.
We like it, guys. This is why we have these experts on the show.
I have Carolina Panthers. Yeah, I'll take the 21 this week.
It's funny because when you said that, I actually believed it. I was like, fuck, he's probably right, actually. Carolina probably will win this game. Teddy Bridgewater, Eddie McCaffrey. Yeah, it's possible. It is definitely possible.
Well, there's question marks over that Ryan at quarterback, but, that's another story.
I mean, there is a reason why you're 20 points off the lead, but good pick.
I've got a lot of right picks, haven't I?
No, I know.
We went through that.
Yeah, I know. I went shopping.
Yeah, we went through that when you went to get the drinks.
Yeah.
Carry on.
We have the Miami Dolphins at Levi Stadium at San Francisco to take on the 49ers. It's the 2-2 49ers and the 1-3 Miami Dolphins. I wasn't very impressed with the 49ers last week against the Eagles. I think they've got a lot of question marks now with Jimmy Garoppolo out. They just didn't look very good to me. But I have them winning this game by 10 points. 10 points.
10 points. Yeah, I mean, look, I mean, I'm programmed to just give these blokes all the respect that, well, from what they've shown me, Kyle Shanahan coach team has been well drilled and very dangerous. They're not world beaters, as we know. I do expect them to go in and beat the Miami Dolphins, who probably do want to make a change at quarterback, but would probably most likely hang off a week, see what happens, because this 49ers defense can be quite bruising. I'm going to take the Niners by 11.
Yeah, I don't think the quarterback plays the issue in Miami, actually, to be honest.
Well, it's not the issue, but I think that, I mean, people want to win. And it gets to that stage where if old mate can't complete his passes anymore, they want to make a change. If he's just, dumping it off underneath, they want to see someone make a play. Like, that's what it's about. I mean, you got to make a play. You want to be hungry to make a play, and you got to make when you take your chance, what the risk is, and those players who can draw, you get past that fine line. They're the ones who succeed. I mean, and I'm hoping that happens with Kyle Allen. Like, he don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Moving on. Yeah.
There's a bit of juice about this game.
Yeah.
Dolphins from Miami against the San Francisco 49ers. I've said a lot about the West and everything, and here they are. They're playing Miami. I got the 49ers by 1. Kittle was back. I told you I was going to speak about it. He's a big difference in this team. But at the moment, there's still a lot missing from the San Francisco team at the moment out west. They haven't got it together. Kittle, big inclusion, obviously, last week, and he'll follow it up again. But there won't be enough. Miami will give it to them this week. Niners by 1.
They'll give it to them by 1. Yeah, no, well done. All right. 49ers.
Take it. W's.
This game, and I don't know why I've done this, and I might change this, but the New York Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen that the Cowboys can't play any defense. The Giants have Daniel Jones, who's fucking miserable. Their running game is non-existent with Saquon Barkley injured. Out for the year. But I've got Dallas by 3 in this game. It's a division game. It's the Cowboys. It's the Giants. And I think what will advantage the football team next week will be that these two teams are going to beat each other up on Sunday. And
okay. You're expecting an old-fashioned NFC East rumble in the jungle.
I am. These Giants Cowboys games I've watched over the years, and they are more entertaining than Redskins Cowboys. They hate each other more than we do. These two teams. So Cowboys by 3. I'm just going to stick with it. I just got a gut. I got a feeling in my gut.
Yeah, I'm going to take something out of the norm this week, and and I'm going to take the Cowboys by 30 points in someone, what you say, a unexpected scoreline in what usually is a close encounter in the NFC.
30 points. All right. Excellent.
30
I'll
points,
look
yeah,
forward
massive.
to watching that game.
Big margin. Yeah.
That's wicked.
That's a late game. That's a late game this week.
Yeah, it's good, hey.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, I like those games. Looking forward to that on Monday. I've got the same as you, Skinsfanatic 81, Cowboys by 3, but it's a funny thing. Crazy Brave saying Cowboys by 30. Was it?
Yeah, 30 points
Close.
this week. Yeah, they've been unstoppable.
I would do that opposite and retract my Cowboys by 3 and say the Giants by 30. It's one of those ones in this division this week, I feel, for me.
Oh, yeah. Cool. The Giants can definitely, I know what the Giants can bring in the NFC.
Imagine the Cowboys getting
encounter, and we can see Skinsfanatic knows the same thing. He's on the cautious side by backing the Giants by the Cowboys by 3, and that's nothing wrong with that decision. But yeah, to back the Giants by 30, I think that is
very
a wild call. That's a wild call, but it's not something we frown against.
No,
not a crazy Brave.
It's probably something you would look upon.
We need to have a look at all aspects. Carrying on.
Okay. Next game. The last game is very interesting. A very interesting game. Look forward to it. And I have in this game, we have the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh, this is my favorite game of the week.
At the Cleveland Browns. And I tossed and turned. I lost a lot of sleep trying to pick this one. But I've got the Indianapolis Colts winning this game by 1 point. I really like the Colts defense. I think this is Baker Mayfield's biggest test this year against the defense. I don't mind the Colts. Both teams are 3-1. I've got the Colts winning this one by 1 point. Speak to me.
Well, I just feel that what the Cleveland Browns were up to in previous seasons when they edged closer to the playoff appearance that is shortly coming, I feel that they're about to hit those kind of highs where the hype that has been around this team is about to come to fruition, and I think that they might become a little bit of a talking story between week 4 and week 8, the Cleveland Browns, and I'm going to take them by 14 points, 2 touchdowns.
All right. Yep. Good one.
Go, Browns. I've got them by 6. Basically, on that at the moment, my assumption is just go Cleveland.
Good one.
Yep, excellent. Don't know why. Anyway, moving on. We have the 1-3 Minnesota Vikings traveling to the Seattle Seahawks, the 4-0 Seattle Seahawks. I've got Seattle in this game. I'm playing it safe. I've just got Seattle by 7.
And that's fair enough. I think a lot of the pundits will be leaning towards the Seattle Seahawks, but I'm going to go crazy. Okay, and it's in Crazy's 5 this week. I'm going to back the Minnesota Vikings by 4 points and take them with the plus 7.5 this week if you can. So that's it. Vikings by 4 for me. The Seahawks run to come to an end.
All right. Well, we need a
Beautiful.
big game out of Kirk Cousins.
Yes, actually, that's fucking awesome. Crazy Bray 74. Fuck. I was waiting for something from the West to suffer, and I haven't taken it myself, but it would be massive if that happened.
There will all be a big reality for the NFC West this weekend when the Redskins beat the Rams and the Vikings beat the Seahawks, and anyway,
shit.
carry on. What's your pick? What's your pick there?
I got Seahawks by 12.
Nice.
And it isn't because I'm banging on about them going, they'll just keep winning. No, I just probably did think that they'll keep winning. 0-4, got to pick them. 4-0, sorry, got to pick them.
Fair enough. No, that's a good pick. Yep.
Minnesota have been a really big disappointment so far.
Oh,
If you're a Minnesota fan.
There's nothing wrong with the Seahawks pick this week. Who-wee. I think they're going to win.
The Vikings don't have a defense. The Vikings
excuse
don't
me,
have
sorry,
a
I didn't. Yep. I didn't.
Right.
That's margin, and you're crazy brave.
Yeah, I know. I'm getting confused here. Carry on.
Still works.
Monday Night Football, Mercedes-Benz Superdome. We have the Los Angeles Chargers rolling in with their 1-3 record against the 2-2 New Orleans Saints. I have a lot of love for San Diego Chargers. I really like Justin Herbert. From what I've seen from him, he's made a few rookie mistakes, but he is a slinger. Throws a beautiful ball. I've actually got the Saints in this game by 3 points, though. Crazy brave.
Yeah, I'm going to just stick with the Chargers by 10. I don't think Drew Brees is. I just don't think Drew Brees is capable of handling it. Anything different that he sees now. The game's changed for him. He's not able to read it, and all he has is the underneath dump off to his fast halfback, and a good quality defense will be able to snuff that out. And I think that's what will happen this week. And
Well, you wrote Drew Brees off last weekend, and they won. You're right.
Is this what this is? Is this what this is? Is it? Is this?
No.
I mean, we all need to calm our farms and let
carry on.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't need to carry on. No, I hear you. We all, Crazy Brave at .com. Look, it's unprecedented.
It's just a healthy discussion.
It is.
It's just a healthy discussion.
Saints by 7 for me.
Okay, carrying
after what Crazy Brave just said, I'll still go that Saints by 7, but yeah, it's one of those games. Overtime potentially. Surely the Chargers have something in them. Anyway, that's my pick.
Yeah, and
we've got to carry on. We're going to carry on with the show.
Yeah, no, we're carrying on with the show. No, well, that's it. There's
I was just going to
Monday night games, but I think there's been a few postponements and shifts.
Correct.
I think there's actually a game
correct. The
on
New
Tuesday
England game and perhaps the Tennessee. So
we're just going to go with the format and the games that we've picked. I know we picked the Pittsburgh game last week, and that's been actually moved to round 8. So we'll get a chance to pick that again. It's really hard to keep up with all these
Absolutely.
schedule switching and stuff. So we're just going to roll with what we're doing, and that's basically it. That's all the games. We've picked all the games this week. Some very interesting picks this week from Crazy Brave. It's good to have someone else sort of come with a new perspective on it, rather we just sort of go with the favourites. So excellent picking this week, and I've really enjoyed tonight's. I really enjoyed tonight's show, guys.
Oh, great show.
We really hit it hard early, and we always finish off with a good laugh. So
thank you for watching too.
Yeah, and thanks everybody for tuning in. Giants Mafia for his input. Like I said, next week the New York Giants show, and I'm not disrespecting this week's Rams game R2, so chill the fuck out. But the Giants week leading into the Giants game is we're ramping that up.
Yeah.
It's going to be our biggest show. Crazy Braves stormed
I
out.
appreciate. Yep, he has done. And Skinsfanatic 81. You the guy, man. Crazy Brave 74. You're my bro. This has been amazing. Crashing this East Coast studio. Getting in here and just fucking jiggy. Yeah. Looking forward
Right,
to
stick
it.
around after I shut down the show. Stick around in the green room. I'm going to bring you back on and have a chat offline.
Can do.
All right, don't go anywhere.
All the best.
Thank you, and we will
Love
see you
you.
next week, Arthur Remy. All right, guys, that's the show for tonight. Thank you very much for everybody who tuned in, and if you're watching live or on delay, love yous all. Great to have everybody's input, and I hope you're enjoying the show. So this is the week 5 show, Skinsfanatic Live. I'm your host, Skinsfanatic, and I appreciate everybody. So thank you very much. All right, good night.